Welcome back, everyone. Brand new box office breakdown show here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. Today, bring down the box office for the first weekend in the month of November here, which was November the 1st to November the 3rd. We'll break down the domestic and worldwide numbers so far in 2024 and look ahead to the upcoming week and preview my videos here on the channel. My name is Max Dinnenberg. Welcome back to a brand new box office breakdown show. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I do all things movies and TV. I do movie and TV show reviews, out of theater reactions, box office show like this every Tuesday, and out of theater reactions. So get us to even 300 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on the box office? What did you see this past weekend? What are you going to see this upcoming weekend? And also, please like the video. So without further ado, let's get into this past weekend's box office. Starting at number one this past weekend, in its second weekend, was Venom: The Last Dance, dropping a really good 49% in its second weekend with a $25.9 million second weekend. It's up to 89 million domestic. Really fantastic hold for Venom. Now, again, this was the first box office weekend in a long time where there were no major new releases that hit theaters. So Venom: The Last Dance had zero competition at the box office for its screens, for anything for this past weekend, and Venom took advantage of it. Clearly, of the Spider-Man list, Sony movies, kind of the only successful one so far has been the Venom movies. And that's because clearly Venom is a marketable character, while Madam Web, Morbius, and we'll see about Craven, don't seem to be as famous or well-known by majority of people as Venom is one of the more well-known comic book characters in the mainstream. So again, Sony will have Craven the Hunter in December, but they're going to feel like they had one bomb and one moderate success with Venom: The Last Dance. The Wild Robot is still at number two in its sixth weekend in theaters, gaining 9% also with a $7.4 million gross, up to 121 million domestic. This movie has been on digital for over 2 weeks, and this movie is still number two at the box office. Does show you that even with it going to digital, there's still opportunity to be money to be made in theaters. And Wild Robot has been the animated success following Inside Out 2. Wild Robot is beloved by, again, everyone that I know, and most people, most audiences, critic and audience. So really amazing stuff for Universal and DreamWorks. Smile 2 is at number three, the lone horror movie in the box office this past weekend from Paramount, dropping 29% in its third weekend, $6.7 million, $52.6 million. This is still a disappointing number for Smile 2. Again, the first Smile did crack the $100 million club back in 2022, but it seems Smile 2 will not, which probably will halt the franchise for continuing on, at least in theaters. Then wrapping things up at number four is Conclave from Focus Features. It gained 45 theaters this past weekend. It's up to now around 1,800 theaters. It grossed another $5 million. It's up to 14.9 million domestic. Really good numbers of the awards films so far, of the true awards films over the last month. Conclave has done very well domestically, or solid enough in theaters, and this movie can probably run for the next month or two as award season nominations come out towards December. So Conclave should be in the box office mix for the next month or two. Wrapping up the top five is the only new release that cracked the top five, and that is Sony's Here, the Robert Zemeckis film, opening to $4.8 million. A really disappointing opening for a movie that had a $45 million production budget, so it needs around like 90 to 100 million worldwide just to break even. And it seems like this will be another money loser for Robert Zemeckis, who just can't get his career back on track since 2000's Castaway. Moving things forward with the domestic numbers so far this year, Inside Out 2 is at number one, Deadpool and Wolverine at two, Despicable Me 4 at three, Beetlejuice climbing above Dune 2 to number four by $10 million. Dune Part 2 is at five, Twisters at six, Godzilla X Kong the New Empire at seven, Kung Fu Panda 4 at eight, Bad Boys Ride or Die at nine, and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes at 10. So far this year, we are up to 16 $100 million movies. November should provide us hopefully at least two more $100 million films, but we shall see. Worldwide this year, the $2 billion movies are Inside Out 2 at 1 and Deadpool and Wolverine at 2. Despicable Me 4 is at number 3, Doom Part 2 at 4, Godzilla x Kong the Empire at 5, Kung Fu Panda 4 at 6, and wrapping up the top 10 worldwide is Beetlejuice at number 10. So coming out this weekend, guys, there's only one major release hitting theaters this upcoming weekend, and that is A24's, hopefully I'm saying it right, Heretic. This is the new horror film starring Hugh Grant that is getting some very strong reviews. The movie's also directed by the directors of, the writing team behind the first two A Quiet Place movies, or at least the first A Quiet Place film, excuse me. They also directed 65, and now they're coming to direct Heretic, which is getting some very strong reviews. So that movie is the only major release. And limited release is Small Things Like These, which is the new film starring Cillian Murphy, his first role since following up Oppenheimer. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's production company are producers on that movie. It is a very limited release that is also in theaters, as well as a limited release is The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. This is from the directors of the Chosen franchise. So faith-based movie starring Judy Greer and Pete Holmes. That's also hitting limited release this upcoming weekend. So preview here on the channel. Yesterday, you got my spoiler review of The Penguin, episode 7, as well as my added theater reaction to Here. Today, you got my box office breakdown show. Tomorrow, we'll get my review of Here on the channel. Friday, you'll get my added theater reaction and review for Heretic, excuse me. Followed by Monday, you'll get my spoiler review for the final episode of The Penguin, and back here on Tuesday with another box office breakdown show. I'll see you guys in the next video.